Hey everyone, it's Amador, and I just have a little tutorial today. I meant to add the tutorial to this when I did this card from the Not2Shabby shop. So this is my little tutorial for this month. This is actually the second one I've made. So sorry, hopefully I'm prepared and have everything here. I just made the first one, the sample one. So let's hope it goes well. Because this month Jamie asked us to do a little tutorial or something to show something that we use on our card. Now, I didn't make this one that's on my card. This was actually using the die, and this is an MFT Dynamics, and this one is the smartphone die. So it's an awesome buy, don't get me wrong. It has a little magnet sheet, and it comes with all of the speech bubbles, which I use. It has a hello and the heart. But let's say you're just wanting to use the phone, and you just wanted to make a cute smartphone, a small one, and have have it for your cards, or your project life, whatever, your scrapbooking, anything you want to make it for. So I kind of looked at the measurements and I kind of finagled my own, and this would be using some very simple tools that most likely crafters will have. If not, they're very simple to find and not that inexpensive. Not that expensive, excuse me. So you'll be able to kind of reproduce this one. So let me show you the die. So this one has, it has a large background, the front part, which is this blue teal one right here. And then it cuts out this little square as well. Like on this one, I cut it out on that paper, and then I colored the image, and then I fussy cut that out, and I glued that on there to make it look like she was taking a selfie. So this is, let me move this over. So this is the actual die from the MFT die. It has. Now this is two parts. The center part, it cuts out the center part, so you can put anything in there, but you can also use that, like I did right here, to make the background. So this is, I measured it, I was thinking, oh, I'll just measure it and, go from there, no big whatever. And we got into the 7/16ths and 7/5ths and the whatevers and the 1/75ths and whatever. Personally, I hate measuring, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. So I devised a similar one, which basically just kind of rounded up the measurements a little bit to full inches, halves. The only time you will have is a few sections which are like 7/8 and 5/8, as opposed to 15/16 and yada yada. So let me show you which one I came up with. So the one on the left is from MFT, and the one on the right, which is a little bit bigger, is the one I kind of finagled together. And this is using just my paper cutter and some punches that I have. So hopefully you like that. We'll put that off to the side. We'll put that off to this side. And let me show you, if I can stay on screen. I have no idea. This is the second time I've ever done a tutorial, you guys. So these are the three papers that you will need. 3, maybe 2, depending on how you want the image to look. So my larger one is 2x4. So there. That is the simplest measurements you will have on this little project. This is 2x4. My next piece is 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. Reason being, it has to have that little border. If you guys can see, the little border, just like, let me put this over here, just like this one. So that's that one. And my third piece is, which I dropped it on the floor. Way to go. Okay, so my third piece is 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. And it fits right in there. So as far as this one, you can what you can do also is cut this out, stamp your image, color it, whatever, or do whatever you want to it, and then place it on here. This one actually this one from the MFT cuts it out, so you have to add it on. But this is a much simpler way to do it. So, okay. So, I'm using my corner chopper because, and there's stuff flying everywhere, because I don't have a individual 1/4 inch punch. Because what I use for these two large ones, for the 2x4, I use the 1/4 inch round punch. And I'm going to say that I hate my punch, because for some reason, if you don't jam it and cram it in there, it won't cut it right, and you have to hold it. But anyway, enough of my nagging. So you cut it, and there you go. We have our little rounded edges. So then you go with your second one, also with the 1/4 inch sections, and you just punch it. Hopefully I'm in frame, and that leaves you with a perfect little border. right around it. So see, we are almost done. So the second one, really, you don't have to do anything to this. At this point, you can glue this one to the cream cardstock, mainly because that way you'll keep it centered for the rest of your punches. And when you, and I just use what is this? Scotch quick dry adhesive. I love it. I love it. I don't care for the Tombow Mono or the other ones. I don't like it. So if I'm in frame, so you just kind of center it, and it gives you a moment to actually place it, and then so you're almost there. So depending on your punches, I don't want you to break your punches. We'll go from here and make the punches that we will need. Now for the top, for the little slot up here, I used this punch. This is very similar to a Stampin' Up! Slot punch, or slit punch. I have no idea what it's called because I never got it. You can use that, but if you guys have this one, because this one punches this way right here, and this one punches this way. With these measurements, you can actually fit this all the way in to use this punch. And you can find these at Joann's, Michael's, wherever. And some of you guys probably already have these. Like I said, some of these you probably already have. The only reason I'm using this one is because I can see it and it's quicker right now. If I can flip it over. Okay. So we're going to kind of center it. You don't have to really. I mean, you can, but that's just for the purpose of making a tutorial. Boom. There's a little slot. So the second punch that we will use is this one, and it's the purple handle one, and it's just the Fiskars one. And it's not the tiniest they have. I don't even know what size this is. Personally, I just bought it, and I'm like, oh, I need a tiny punch. So right above that one, kind of in the center of where that little slot is. Am I even focused? Let's see. Where that is, just a little above it. Go ahead, punch that punch. So see, here's the original. We're pretty much close to that. And they're a little bit bigger, and you can use different punches. Now, the one place where I did find a little bit of trouble because of the punches that I have is this one is a little bit bigger than the one I have. This one I do know the actual size. It's a light lavender handle, and this one is a 1/4 inch punch. Now, I have a 1/4 inch, and then I have, if I want to make larger ones, I have, where's the other one? I have a 1/2 inch punch. Which I can use, but it's much larger than that. So, you know, in a pinch, just use your 1/4 inch punch, which I'm pretty sure everybody has. Or, the funny thing is, you can actually use a hole puncher. Just the regular basic, maybe office 3-hole punch. Now, if you can see, I kind of marked a little mark right there just to give me an idea where the center is. And I go ahead and, hopefully it's like focusing and stuff. I go ahead and just look for the center and punch it. So there you go. Like I said, it's a little bit smaller than that one, but hey, if you have that other punch, great. If not, here we go. This is how I'm doing it. And then we're just going to add some more adhesive to this part. And then we're just going to go ahead and place it on the other one. And like I said, since I use the Scotch one, it actually lets you maneuver it a little bit. Then you just kind of just press it down, because this does set pretty quickly. And there you go. So these are the two that I made. And like I said, there's a little difference. If you want a larger circle, hey, go find a larger circle. This is stuff I had. Oh, and by the way, also, for this one, I had a few people ask me what kind of foam do I use for those. I use just the foam sheets that you could buy at any of the craft stores. I have different thicknesses, so depending on how much you want, and it makes it super light. So yes. So hope you like it. Like I said, you guys, it's very simple measurements. The black background is 2 by 4 inches. The cream one here is 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. And the small little black center part is 1 5/8 and 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, excuse me. But this, like I said, you can use to make your image, to stamp it, punch it, whatever you guys want. And like I said, that's just using your simple paper cutter, if I can, use my words. And really just 3 punches. So, and also I think Project Life has like a 1 1/4 inch punch. You can use that as well, whichever one. You can use the 1/2 inch punch, but it gives you wider angles, and I personally didn't want that. I wanted to match as closely to that. So yes, I'll have the description, the information, the measurements in the description, and so I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah. So talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.